Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to do a quick little artist spotlight. Today I'm going to talk about the San Francisco quartet called Young Prisms. They're, I believe, self-described as a shoegaze band. They have 3 albums. They've been around since, I think they started in the late 2000s. We're just going to talk about their 3 albums, say a couple words, maybe play some samples, give some thoughts. You know how this works. Yeah, so I think that the current lineup is the same as the original lineup, which is Matt Allen on guitar and vocals, Gio Bateo, I believe, on bass and vocals, Stephanie Hodap on vocals, and then Jordan Silbert on drums on their second record. They had some, like I say, they had some lineup changes. All right, so they released their debut album in 2011. How is it called? Called Friends for Now. The original album cover has nudity on it, female nudity, we could say. Yeah, so this one, their debut album, mostly is like dense, occasionally abrasive, like, you know, like noise rock, abrasive guitars, swirling guitars, very much Sonic Youth inspired and, you know, shoegaze inspired. You know, like early My Bloody Valentine, just My Bloody Valentine in general. There are vocals. The vocals kind of cut through the swirling guitars, but they're really, vocals really act more as like a complement to the noise. I don't think that I can understand very many of the things that are being sung. You know, vocals are buried, but also, I guess, not really conveying anything. At least that's the way that I hear it. This is a situation where I think some people might really be into this and then not like anything else that they did, or, you know, the future albums are to me are significantly different than this, while still being shoegaze. I don't think I would call this pop in any way. It's, like I say, noisy. And likewise, some people may not be able to, or not get into this, but really like the second and third LPs. So yeah, Friends for Now, 2011. I think this is a good record if you can deal with that. I mean, it's not like death metal, but it's more abrasive. All right, so right after, like the following year, so in 2012, they already came back with their sophomore LP, which is called In Between. On here, most of that abrasiveness from the debut has been sanded away. Yeah, but the edges have been sanded off, basically. Jesus and Mary Chain, you hear a lot of that kind of sound. Creation, early Creation records, 4 AD. This one is has more of what I would call pop mixed with the also shoegaze, so like dream pop. Also leans more on the talent of Stephanie Hodap, her vocals. She kind of, I feel like here she moves to the front for most of the album. I think this is really, really, really good. Yeah. Young Prisms, In Between, from 2012. So after the release of In Between in 2012, they took basically like a 10-year hiatus, or they took there was a long gap in they took a break. You know how it is. They took a break. So then in last year, 2022, they released the album Drifter. So they came back on Fire Talk Records. It's 10 years later, but still it feels like a direct progression from In Between to here. They really doubled down, I think, on what the changes that took place between the first album and In Between. More, melancholy, shoegaze, dream pop. I feel like the songwriting has taken a step up also. It's a really great, I think, balance of noise and melody. I think this is probably their most accessible, although I think people could get into the In Between is fairly accessible also. This one I feel like is more accessible. I think, in my opinion, probably more successful and more well-rounded. Although I really do like all three of these albums. I regret forgetting to include this on my albums of 2022 list. But nonetheless, Young Prisms, Drifter. Yeah, so a little artist spotlight. Maybe somebody you may decide that you want to investigate further, or that now that you don't want to investigate further. Either way, both. I'm happy with both. Yeah, take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.
Anyone can share the deed with someone nice as you.